Hi, just a very quick video for the grown-ups just to let you know how important things like this are for your children to have around the home. It's something that we put a lot of emphasis on in school, and it's very easy and lots of fun for you to be able to replicate this sort of thing at home. So in school, of course, we focus on maths and we focus on language, but those are only two parts of our foundation phase curriculum. And there are so many other areas of development that your child needs to go through to be able to develop all the key skills that they will need later in life. So focusing on maths and language is fine, but focusing equally on exploring with their senses, on being able to develop those muscles within their hands, on finding out what happens when different materials mix together. All those things are just as important and should be taking up as much of your day at home as worrying about whether they recognise their letters or they recognise their numbers. And these are really nice because they're things that you can get out time and time again, and the children can sit and just have a bit of an explore with them. I find them quite useful for children in school and also for my own children if they're getting themselves in a bit of a strop, they've got a bit worked up about something, maybe they need a little bit of time out. It's great for them to be able to sit and just focus on this, forgetting about everything else, and just have a little explore and a little play, and it can really calm them down. So if you've got a child at home who is struggling, who maybe loses their temper a little bit, who can't quite control their emotions yet, see if you can have a go at making some of these. You can also do a similar thing in a bottle. People sometimes make sensory bottles so a child can sit and play with the bottle, turning it upside down, a bit like a lava lamp effect. So you can put oil in, water, vinegar again, and see what happens when you add different bits and pieces into a bottle. Again, with something like this, concentration is being developed, because concentrating doesn't mean sitting down with a piece of paper and pencil and being able to do that for half an hour. Concentrating is children building up their interest on something that really sort of captivates them and sitting there for a good amount of time. So I have parents that say to me, oh, he's awful, he won't concentrate on anything. But yet maybe sitting with something like this, he would spend 5 minutes mixing these colours together, seeing what happens. And that concentration is just as good and just as important as if he was sat with a pencil and a piece of paper. If your child can sit and build Lego for 10 minutes, your child can concentrate. They don't have to be able to sit at a table yet, so don't worry about that, okay? So again, so much learning going on here, how the different paints react together, what happens when they spread out, what happens when they mix. And then something like this again. This is a lovely way to explore with our senses. Children can learn lots and lots from this. You can ask them all sorts of different questions about how it feels. You can see what happens when you tip it up in different ways. You can see what happens if you fold it in half. All sorts of things can be explored just using everyday objects around the house. So please don't think that homeschooling means you need to be focusing on the reading and the writing side of things and the recognising numbers. This is just as important. So if you're having a lot of fun exploring in different sensory ways with your children, if you're outside making the most of the garden, finding out about nature, then you're doing a brilliant job. Do not worry if your child doesn't want to be doing the writing and the numbers. Go with things like this. Okay, hwyl fawr, see you soon.